So I went on YouTube this morning and I tried to find a video that I saw a few years back about how to tell if your fulvic acid is pure or not. Basically what the test entailed was putting a tea bag in water and then adding a couple drops of fulvic acid and comparing it to that without. What I'm doing here is I've got 3 different glasses. One, I'm just going to put 2 drops of fulvic acid in just to see what the color looks like with just the fulvic acid in the water. The next one, I'm going to have the tea bag in the water with no fulvic acid. And then the third glass will have the tea bag with 2 drops of fulvic acid in it, and we'll see the difference in the color change. I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me here. My bottle's getting close to empty, so I have to tip it over. All right. 1, 2. And that's what, and I'll mix it up once I get a free hand. And then I'm going to go to this one. Oh, that's like a half a drop. I can't get, it's hard to tip this bottle over with one hand. All right, so right now I got 2 drops of fulvic acid in each of the 2 outer glasses. I'm gonna get something to stir that up a little bit with, and then I'll put the tea bags in. This is just Lipton green tea. There's the one without any fulvic acid. It's hard to get it wet. And the one with. Might take a second for it to get saturated. Oops. Let me mix these up a little bit, make sure they're getting saturated. Maybe I should have warmed this water just a little bit to help it permeate the bag. Really isn't helping that these bags aren't getting wet. Let me try pushing it down a little bit. It's hard to see on the camera, but there is a slight color change. I don't remember how many drops that they actually used during that test. Like I said, it's been a few years back. But I'm going to go ahead and put one more drop in on each side so you'll have a reference. Alright, so there's one. I went 2 drops. So I'll put 2 here. So that's a total of 4 drops. And now it's becoming quite clear what's going on. So there is just 4 drops of fulvic acid in water. And there it is with the tea bag. And it's been my experience, if there's any temperature whatsoever, this reaction becomes very exaggerated. So you can see the regular tea bag is putting some tannins in the water, but nothing like with the fulvic acid. And this is my brand, Ancient Purity. If you do this with regular tea that you're making, it becomes jet black. My theory is that, well, what I do know is that fulvic acid is actually made by microorganisms, and it's such a complex molecule that, from what I understand, they can't even synthesize it. So I'm not sure exactly how they make it, but apparently it's got to do with utilizing nature. But it's my understanding that the black is the same thing, that fulvic acid and humic acid is what actually makes soil the dark color. It's the decomposition process. So my take on it is that it's basically these acids are releasing the nutrients from the organic material, which is one of the reasons why it makes minerals so much more bioavailable, which is why I use it in my electrolyte that I take to the gym. I'm getting ready to go to the gym right now, which is why I've got this out. I've got my electrolyte that I carry around in the gym with a couple drops of fulvic acid and my electrolytes mixed in.